Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Advanced Minecraft. Today I'm going to show you guys something that I imagine most of you has probably seen before. I'll be honest, I'm struggling with topics to teach you guys that aren't just going to be me running around in the nether screaming for my life. So if you guys have something that you really are interested in seeing, some kind of a problem that you're having, you're looking for tips, or something to that effect, let me know, because I am running out of ideas here. Until Notch puts out another patch with some serious content, you might see fewer and fewer updates from me. But hey, I'm sure you're familiar with this concept here. I've got an arrow mill, and it's just going to constantly pump out arrows. Now, why just arrows? Well, I'll show you in a little bit, but of course it has to do with a monster spawner. And I'm sure you guys have seen things in other videos, other series. Minecraft WB, for example, has shown you what you could do if you build an enormous monster spawning where they all fall into conveyors, into a mob grinder, and then spit it out at the bottom. And they're awesome, although I see two problems with them. One, of course, being that you get dumps of feathers and string from spiders, which aren't terribly useful. Feathers, of course, can be made into arrows, but in order to make them into arrows, you're going to spend a boatload of time farming gravel. And you're going to get arrows anyway by the skeletons, so you're not going to really need the feathers. String, you only need 5 of, unless you lose your bow and your fishing rod. More, I guess, because fishing rods break. But you're not going to need a terribly large amount of it, like you might need gunpowder or arrows. So let me show you what I've got here. First off, this is the exit conveyor. You'll notice that it's just water coming down here, which is pushing, actually the water, there's a well in this little square at the end, and of course that's pushing the water this way. The water here ends exactly at that square, so anything will be pushed right up to the line and of course fall in. Above it, there is lava, and I'll show you how that all works. But because of this, I'm going to turn it on to peaceful mode. Okay, so obviously I think I went the wrong way. A large mob grinder is, great for getting a variety of items, but it's going to take a long time to build. If you've got the time and effort to put into that sort of thing, by all means do that instead, or even combine what I've got here underneath a large mob grinder, and you will get much more epic results. And if you haven't seen a mob grinder, I will link you to Minecraft Workbench in the post. Actually, I'll link it right here on the video. You can click the screen and you will be transported directly there. Now, obviously we have a mob spawner here that I came across in one of the dungeons. I mined up all of the useful squares around it, and I built this system. Now, it's a little convoluted. It doesn't work perfectly. Actually, it took some work, but it does work now. But you can adapt this with very little trouble in very little time. It didn't take me long to do it, and I'm not by any means a crazy engineering architect of Minecraft. Simply dig around the entirety, that you can anyway, of the mob spawner, and use sort of well, start with one edge and make that like your top edge, because you don't really need a full huge spawn area for a mob spawner to work fine. You don't need a 16 by 16 or even an 8 by 8, and just have it push water into an area here. Now I will block off the area with some of this nether stone so that you can see how it works from there. Once the items, or really the skeletons, are pushed down the waterfall, they'll fall in here and be pushed along. These two spaces are also wells. So the well from up there falls into this one and immediately starts being pushed this way. All the way to this spot here. This is the last spot that the water is pushing to. And it will, let me dump a thing of nether stone there just so I can stand there. There we go. It'll push, and I fell. It'll push it all down onto one of these 4 squares. Once they're one of those 4 squares, they're going to be pushed this way toward the lava, and I'll show you how the lava works in just a second. Okay, there, I saved myself. So the skeletons fall here, They can't get out. They're pushed into the lava. At the lava area, they bounce up and down where they're destroyed. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Now, same thing on this side here. I have one waterfall area here, one channel that's a little bit above this one here. It comes right to here and stops, because if the water fell over the edge, it would create a situation where the the water does not push the correct direction. It'll push backwards. So you got to be sure that your water from above stops, and then the water from below can take it and move along. Otherwise, you'll get a well-ish situation here, and it'll push backward, and this will push forward, and it'll all get stuck here. And you want your skeletons to go down there. So there you have it. Pretty simple. When the torches go out and I turn the difficulty on, skeletons spawn all over this place. They almost immediately fall into the water, and they are pushed toward the exit. Now, if a skeleton sees you, he could fight his way up the water very slowly. But if they're not seeing you, they're just going to wander aimlessly, and because of that, the water will push them to wherever it is that you want them to go. Now, I mentioned the lava, and I'm going to dig in here so you can have a look at how that works. I've actually got the lava in... apparently I used 3 cubes of it, so that's going to be kind of a pain. Give me just a second. You're not going anywhere important. There. Okay. I'll grab some water for just a second. Cool that off. And down we go. Okay. What I've got here, before I went and solidified it anyway, is a certain distance. I think lava only travels 4 more before it stops. So I put lava wells here, and they push up in one direction, over top of some ladders. Are you seriously going to do this to me? Lava dynamics are a little odd, definitely stranger than water, because they're a little thicker. Okay. Now, I've cut up some of this, but what you can see here is this is where the channel was. The water pushes the skeletons right to here. At this point I've got, and my ladder of course escaped, so I have to go get it. Yoink. I've got 2 ladders. Now, ladders have a unique property that they are able to hold up liquid without it falling down or burning them up even. So the lava will rest on top of the ladder here and here without coming down. And I can actually kind of show you this. The lava won't drop down, and it won't drop over here. It's just going to sort of waterfall down that way, which will, you know, not do well with my water. Crap. Oh well, I'll fix it later. So what I've got is I've got this little ramp here. I put the lava there, it flows this way, right over top of where my water used to be, and then a layer of lava is here. And the creeps bounce up and down and get burned by it. Now actually, I could probably just put the lava just like that. That works just as well, and I only need 1 cube of lava, so So there you go. The creeps will come in here, they get burned because they get pushed up into the lava. I'm going to not die. There we go. And then the loot gets pushed down onto the floor and flows away into the exit, where you collect it at your will. And like I said, there are videos of much bigger, more elaborate systems that collect all sorts of loot instead of just one. But this one is going to be very quick because it's a monster spawner at getting you only arrows, so something that you can really use. And hopefully that helps you guys build your own without too much time. Like I said, if you want to build the really elaborate one, just check the link that I posted earlier, and I can repost it right now. to Minecraft WB. Lucklin has built one. There's also a extra nerdy way to improve your output by building it on what is called the 0, 0 block, or the origin block, which is even more confusing. But if you're looking for a simple way to collect just arrows, there you have it. That'll do it for you. Like I said, I'm having some difficulty coming up with topics that you guys might be interested in hearing about. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments section. I'd be more than happy to investigate or help you out with a problem that you might be having. Any topic, doesn't matter to me. So this is Dr. Zombie, and I'll see you next time.